America.
So you know that was one of the cars around that bill?
Yes, to land this Mr. Walter Gretzky. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm still standing beside you.
Wow. Take two. Just go ahead and pinch me. Go on now.
They're crafted twin 48-foot wooden schooners, the traditional kind. Beaumont, welcome to CNBC, the show that celebrates all the people, places, and things that make the 4 Atlantic provinces so very special. From Nova Scotia to New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island to Newfoundland and Labrador, we take you to where the action is. And that's where we are today, at the Cavendish Beach Music Festival!
And you best get used to that sound, because country music fans have descended upon the gentle island to kick things up a notch. 2013 marks the 5th anniversary of this weekend-long event that set up in this Cavendish cow pasture half a decade ago and turned it into the home of the largest multi-day outdoor music festival in Atlantic Canada. It's 3 days of celebration with your friends, with your family, and about 50,000 of your fellow country music lovers. And oh my goodness, the music that will be made. I mean, just this year's lineup alone includes country superstars Kenny Chesney, Dwight Yoakam, and the always awesome Dixie Chicks. And those are just your headliners. As you can imagine, we've got an action-packed show ahead. We're going to catch up with the artists, watch them play, get the skinny on the best spots to sit, and so much more, plus free stuff too. But first, let's get the inside scoop on this spectacular event.
How cool is this to be standing beside the Supreme Commander, ladies and gentlemen, of the Cavendish Beach Music Festival, Jeff Squires? How are you?
Well, that's a pretty impressive lead-in, Stephanie. I don't know, the Supreme Commander, there may be some argument with that.
You make all the rules.
You make all the rules, but how about we just run the event with a great team around here?
How many? Give me a number. Like
give you
50?
a number.
What do you got, 50?
No, 50. You may have 50 here around. You may have 50 here around you. But if you looked at paid staff, service providers, volunteers, Stephanie, right now you'd have approximately, I'm going to say, between 8 and 850 people here, making sure that it's an experience,
yes,
and a great customer experience.
And we were here like 3 years ago, and it has grown, and the bill is stacked. Like,
Oh,
where do you even begin to get those people?
Well, I think part of it is we've been around now for 5 years, and the story is the venue. There's not a lot of permanent outdoor facilities, and this is one. So when the touring acts and the world-class entertainment we've been fortunate to attract and have play here, when they look at doing their outing, then this venue comes into play now.
And let's talk about the vibe, Jeff Squires, because it's important to note the crowd out there is amazing.
The crowd out there is amazing, and that is truly a maritime crowd out there, and it has become the vacation for Maritimers to say, hey, we're going to Cavendish, second weekend of July,
right,
and by the way, who's playing this year? So
Hello.
that's,
I
exactly.
mean, right?
Yep. So when you can create that experience and create that, our customers have, I think, learned to trust us and rely on us.
Look at the perimeter of this field, and it's major.
Tremendous corporate sponsorships. And anything we do here on PEI, I think it truly is, we're in the tourism business as an island, and it truly takes an island community to activate and bring these events to life, and we're truly very fortunate to have tremendous sponsorship at both the local and national level who see the importance of this event to the economy of Prince Edward Island, and we hope we can continue to be a significant part of that. And I think in the future you'll see this venue used for more than one event a year. But this, the
wow, is that breaking news, Jeff Squires?
Well, I don't want to call it break it, because I can't break anything other than that.
Okay, no breaking news there, so let's move on to breakout artists. Case in point, Tim Hicks.
Just do what you gotta do, what you gotta do to get by.
The Niagara-born singer-songwriter took his first single all the way to #1. Get By was certified gold in Canada after 17 weeks in the best-selling song position. His new release, Hell-Raising Good Time, is bound for the same. And for these Cavendish Beach music fans, it's a hit already.
Huge hit! I mean, this is Tim Hicks. Tim Hicks, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
I mean, first of all, I've been listening to you on the radio, but then to actually see you here in Cavendish is very cool.
Well, thank you so much.
You look like you were having an awesome time.
Oh my God, I always have an awesome time. That's what I love about playing music, is that it's just, I go out with my buddies and we kick out some tunes. And
you're writing these songs.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got a new record coming out at the end of August, and there's 12 cuts, and I wrote 10 or 11 on there, so yeah. We do look for outside songs sometimes, but I love to write songs, and I love to co-write and hang out down in Nashville. And,
right.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's just talk about it. You're an Ontario boy, all right? And the Maritimes. Just how do you feel about it? We celebrated on CNBC. What's it like playing here?
I love it. I was here for the very first time a few years back. We got some friends that live in Skiduk.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
cool.
So we came out. It was before we had kids, so my wife and I came out and partied up a little bit. And we did day trips, like we came to PEI and we went to Halifax and we did all that. And I fell in love with it. And so when they said I was going to come out to Cavendish to play, I thought, I get to bring my guitar this time and hang out. And
a few friends listen.
And a few friends listen, yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Okay, what is it like though? Because there's a ton of people out there watching, and they're like, well, maybe a ton. Listen to me. There's so many viewers. But there's people out there going like, how did he do it, and what does it feel like when it finally happens and you're up there rocking it to Hicks?
I'll tell you how I did it. Was I went out and played. So I spent, the better part of 15 years playing 5 nights a week. I played acoustic gigs, I played band gigs, I played in tribute bands, I did any gig I could do.
Yeah.
I did crew gigs. I wanted to learn every job in this business, and to finally have people's ears where they're listening now, because I'm used to playing chicken wing bars where they throw things at you, that happens, where they don't listen, and if you're not playing Merle Haggard, then they're throwing things at you. So it feels so good that I have some people's ears now and they're interested.
You're going gold.
Yeah, my God.
Big time, Tim Hicks.
Believe that. Thank you.
Still ahead on CNBC, we'll chat with Canadian Country Music Hall of Fame member Michelle Wright. We'll get the strategy for finding the best seat for the show, and even focus on fashion here at the festival. No stranger to style or the stage is this weekend's MC, a Cavendish Beach music staple who we caught after his wardrobe change.
I wish it was smell-o-vision, because this man, you smell fantastic. You're like a daisy.
No, Stephanie, no.
Casey Clark.
No.
He's good looking. He never ages. How long? We go back like what? 3-4 decades, you and me?
Oh gosh. I still have a picture of you and I on the set of the Screening Room, a show that was my first show on CMT back in '97.
Trouble is a woman on the Screening Room. I'm Casey Clark. Speaking of trouble, oh boy, I'll get in heck for that one. Here she is, Stephanie Beaumont, the first ever on-site guest.
And I brought treats.
And you did.
Yep, the
Awesome.
concession stand, the prices are fabulous here. It's really, really good.
I didn't think they had them still open, but yeah.
Well, they are.
Well, for you, I guess they are. They stay open late.
Wow.
So
I was 12, you were 11. Anyway, we'll move along now, but now you're like superstar MC here at the Cavendish Beach Music Festival.
I love coming out here.
Yeah.
I really do. It's the festival's great and all, but this is going to sound, kind of corny, but it's really the people.
Yeah.
I get I get a big thrill being here. I really do.
Well, there's an energy, Casey, to this. I mean, I know you and I have been to a ton of festivals, but there's something really special about this one.
Yeah, you know what I think it's the charm of the island, and there's when you're driving into Cavendish from parts unknown, it's like it's not time stood still, but it's almost magical. The rolling hills, and all of a sudden you see the ocean, and it's like, where do you get this?
Yeah.
Right?
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, now let's talk about it, because you're smooth up there. You're slick, you're poised, the crowd loves you. How do you make it happen? Because you got a lot of balls in the air up there.
Wait, I can show you my notes.
You have notes?
Yeah, here are my notes. I don't know if we can...
They look really official, Casey. Like you work on them for months and months.
Age of technology, you'd think I would have it. That's my notes.
Woo!
Isn't that great?
What do you know, though? You must know stuff that we people out here, the average Joe, we don't know. You're backstage with the superstars. What's happening back there? Give us something. Give us dirt.
It's a controlled chaos. Yeah, a very controlled chaos. There's catering, so there's a lot of eating going on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's not as exciting as you would think.
Really?
You know this. I mean, you're back there.
Though, come on, you got Dwight Yoakam. He's lovely.
Oh yes.
You got the Chicks tomorrow night. How excited are you about that?
That's very exciting. It's going to be great to see all three together again.
Yes.
And the Courtyard Hounds were with Emily
have
and,
that album,
and Marty,
love that album.
right?
Did they put a second one out?
They did. Well, they have a new single out.
Okay.
So
because the first album is awesome.
it was great,
Yeah.
right? So now to see them all back, and Natalie Maines just released a new record
Yes.
that Ben Harper
Yes,
was the producer,
right.
right? So that's a little on the rockier side of things, but it's gonna be nice to get them all back together and get that
See
Dixie
what
Chicks
happens.
love going.
What are you up to? Because I know this isn't your only thing. You got a lot of stuff on the go. I hear your voice. You're omnipresent, Casey Clark.
Oh, no.
You
You're
are.
so good. You know what?
serious.
You are so good for me right now. You're making me feel really good. No, we do a little syndicated radio show that goes to a few stations across Canada, and we do a radio countdown show, and we do a little CMT shows, and then we actually just moved to Kelowna, BC. And
What are you doing? You're going to the wrong coast, my friend.
I know. You know what?
Bring it back
it's a little nugget in the Okanagan Valley, and
Yes.
we're teamed up with a little radio station there that we call home, Country 100.7, and you know what? And that's
Shout
our
out. Woo.
that's our home base.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
It's lovely to see you again.
I-
And I look forward to next year and to partying big time tonight. You got to get busy though, right?
Yeah, things are wrapping up. You can hear the sound check going on, and all the more capable folks doing their job, and waiting for me to probably just mess it up. So
Would you do something for me? Like
love
just do a we'll be right back with more CNBC or something like that. Just anything you want to say.
don't you dare go away, because if you do, you're going to miss it all right here on CNBC.
Is that going to cost me anything or?
It's going to cost you a lot. Just saying.
Welcome back to CNBC. Do you see me? I'm over here. Here, see me? I'm just kidding. I snuck up into the Bell Alliant box, but only so I can show you something. Come on up. This is the balcony view of the festival site. And it's important to note that when Kenny Chesney hits the stage tonight, the organizers are estimating attendance to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 25,000. And that got me thinking, with a show that cool and a field that large and a guest list that long, how does everybody find just the right spot? And the answer? Strategy. Yes, you could call the VIP area strategic, and that new Copper Moon Saloon Tower, that's too cool. But I'm talking field level, friends. I mean, what gives there? It breaks down into two groups, the sitters and the standers. The sitters, well, they have a code. It's simple. The chair rules, and by that we mean this: first come, first sit. The gates open, you run, you put your chair down, you stake your claim until the day is done.
How did you score these sweet seats?
Came early.
Respect the chair. And then there are the standers. Now these folks break down into several groups. We identified just a few. The wanderers, the players, the I'll get to it laters, the this spot looks like an awesome place to stand later tonight, but right now I'm gonna sit because it's way more comfy or more romantic. There are the dancers, and then there are the most committed of all the standers. They are the earlies. They get there early, they stand there all day, they hug the fence and hang on for dear life until that final bow for the night. Huge props to them. Earlies, we salute you. Now it's time for an artist who's received her fair share of salutations, big awards, and #1 hits.
Michelle Wright, how are you?
Hello.
And she's always calm and composed, but you'd never know it. A new album coming out this week. Right?
Well, I'm calm and composed in general, yes, and I do have a new album coming out this week. Woohoo!
Strong.
Strong
Everything
as steel. It's the title song that's out right now is called Strong, and the album is called Strong, and we have a video out called Strong.
Strong as steel, forged in the fire, fighting through the scared and the tired, till all the weak is gone. She's strong.
I'm so happy about the record. I co-wrote 10 of the 11 songs.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
and
glowing.
actually, I'm over talking. I was just going to say we're in PEI at this wonderful
clammy.
musical. She's we're all clammy. It's hot, but we're at this music festival, and actually, the first time ever for my album to be available is here at
Can
the
you
festival.
imagine
So
it?
it's been fun.
And it like drop dead on the cover.
Thank
Hey?
you. How fun is that?
I mean, you look gorgeous.
I like
you always look great.
being retro. That's my retro vibe.
Is that what it is?
I thought it was
You
sort
look
of cool and
fantastic.
funky. Yeah.
It seems to me like you never stop, Michelle, right? Like you had that beautiful sort of acoustic tour, and now you're coming out with this great album. Do you have a preference? The big shows, what do you like about the festival?
Well, I love all of it.
Yeah.
I really do. And these these festivals have such an energy about them that's very unique. And quite frankly, for me, I sort of feel less pressure because it's kind of a shared artist stage. You know, it's like I don't have to sell all the tickets, right? It's not
What a
just
crowd out there waiting for
well,
you.
I was going to say it's sort of very nice that you can go to sort of share the whole sort of responsibility of making the event successful, and then just sort of the energy and excitement that goes around having this many people standing out there. But I also really love those intimate theaters where I'm either with my band or just myself and my guitar. I'm doing a little bit more of that. I've been invited to do some of these acoustic shows where it's just me and my guitar, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so used to being with my band and everything.
Right.
Can I really do this? And so I've gone ahead and I've done a few of them, and it's actually just reconnected me with where I started. I started, down in Merlin, Ontario, on the farm in my bedroom with me and my guitar when I was like 12 years old, and so it just reconnects you again to that. So I really enjoy all of it. Anytime I can pick up my guitar and sing a song and hang out with a few people, it is fun.
There's no reason to resist. Oh, I don't stand a chance. I surrender.
Another act on the bill who enjoys performing, the Small Town Pistols. They wowed the crowd on Friday and had so much fun, they're back again today.
Took my pride. I've been living on the outside, dying on the inside. I've been living on the outside, dying on the inside. Can you sing it? Hey!
I mean, this is serendipity. That's what I call it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Small Town Pistols. Amanda Wilkinson, Tyler Wilkinson, you're not even supposed to be here today.
I know, it's our day off, but you know what? We figured there's got to be cold pints. It's a beautiful day here.
Wherever there's live music and beer, I think we just kind of are drawn to it. It's like our own Pied Piper.
And Cavendish, there's nothing better than this place,
No.
really. And we have friends who are playing Little Big Town we haven't seen in a long time, and
it's like old home week.
Oh, I'm so
Now,
excited.
and I say that only
Love it.
because when did we meet? Like a decade and a half ago? These guys you were in grade school then.
We were
met,
little.
eh?
Yep, we were little.
How old were you when
Papas.
26 cents dropped?
16.
I was 13.
Does it seem like yesterday in some ways or no?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Does it?
Yeah, it doesn't, I kind of pinch myself every once in a while. I'm like, oh my goodness, it was like, at this point, 16 years ago that this happened, and but it still seems really fresh and new that, in our memory.
I won't say you've reinvented yourself because you've got that, Amanda, your voice is phenomenal.
Thank you.
And together, it's just, I don't know, I love Small Town Pistols, and I'm glad that there's this evolution that's happened.
Oh,
Where are you feeling? What's going on in your world?
Well, I think it's a lot of it. Like this record in particular, we were transitioning from serious heartache and writing songs that, Ty and I had broken up with our prospective partners. I had dated someone for 7 years, So half the record is like that, and then the other half is Kumbaya. It's a love fest, And now, I'm getting married in November.
Right.
Ty's getting married March, probably.
Yes.
Breaking! Is this breaking?
His
No.
fiance's
Did we
over
know
there.
this? She's very good looking
No,
too.
she's beautiful.
How do these Wilkinsons find these gorgeous people? Can we get a picture? Look at her! She's spectacular!
She's hiding! She's hiding!
Where do you guys find time to even date? You're always busy. How does it happen?
Well, I'm
Make
marrying
time.
my hairstylist, so
Oh.
it's very convenient. And plus, he's just so
Dreamy.
good
And
looking.
I'm marrying an old childhood friend, so
Oh, isn't that sweet? Last question, 'cause I know it's their day off. We talk about touring. You guys have literally played everywhere, probably globally, right? Would that be a fair assessment?
Oh, yeah.
Talk to me about coming to Atlantic Canada.
Oh my gosh.
there's something. Walking through downtown Charlottetown is one of the coolest experiences you're ever gonna have, because it kind of, for me, in a 5-block radius, encompasses the whole spirit and vibe of the East Coast. There's music, there's drinking, there's a little bit of dancing, There's pretty much
Great food.
everything that we relate to happens here.
And people just want to talk to you. They strike up a conversation, and literally, like, we were born and raised in Ontario, and so many people when we're on the road go, well, you're from the East Coast, right? And we're like, no, we're not. But we have so many friends that are, and this feels like, in a weird way, like coming home. And this festival is like, we were here the very first year, and it feels like you get here and you just go, thank you. It's like Field of Dreams, like, yes. Is this heaven? You know?
No, it's Cavendish.
Yes.
Breaking here right now on CNBC. Ladies and gentlemen, the CD, the man behind it. Mike Biggar, how are you?
I was behind it, so were you.
The elusive.
We're still behind it.
The elusive Mike Biggar.
The elusive, that's me. The mysterious, intriguing.
I'm so glad that we finally caught up. Mike Biggar, let's talk about this CD, right? Because you're out here playing this, and this doesn't even drop till September.
That's right. Technically, it comes out in September, but in my usual fashion of being completely uncertain and weird and so on, I've got an advance release out this week.
Which is, well, I don't mind that. And how's new music going over?
Seems to be going over very well.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the complete absence of Rotten Tomatoes and so on sort of indicates.
And I just
no,
want
it's
to
going
say,
really good, man.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
You look fantastic.
Well, thank you.
How are you feeling?
You want my number?
I believe you're married, and again, it's not that kind of show.
I keep asking every time the people say you look great. I keep saying, do you want my number? Nobody's ever taken it.
Come on.
One of these days, someone will
I
take
would take your number, but you wouldn't pick up. Well, anyway, if anyone's playing the home game and they follow my relationship with Mike Biggar on Twitter, they will know that I've been trying to get a cool people profile from this man from whatever.
I don't know. It's been a little while.
What's wrong with you?
Maybe I'll do an advanced release of my cool person profile.
You see, I always imagine that you want to be working it. But anyway, okay, now talk to me about playing Cavendish Beach Music Festival, because we are here and the vibe out there is spectacular.
Yeah, it's pretty electric, actually. We have a little big town going behind us right
Yeah.
now. This is my third year here. And
you're working every stage? That's not true.
Yeah, I am. I'm on the main stage tomorrow. Yeah, it's my first year. Well, obviously it was some sort of clerical error, but
That's
it was.
great.
Yeah, it's the first year the band's
You
on
and
the
the
main
Dixie
stage.
Chicks. Now that's going to be on your resume forever.
Yes, let's hope I don't foul up introducing them or something. It'll be on TMZ and Tosh.0, et cetera, et cetera. But
There wouldn't be anything wrong with that. There's no such thing as bad publicity.
I'll prove you wrong. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty exciting to be on the main stage, and Cavendish is it's like a major highlight of the year. I really love how Kevin Meyer and the team here from Meridian and at Cavendish and stuff, how they really invest not just in the great big name artists, but how they really intermingle you with like local artists as well.
Yeah.
And so they give us a wonderful platform to be introduced to like the real country music fans all around the region. There's people here from all over the Maritimes and beyond, you know. So yeah, it's really fantastic.
You know what else is fantastic? Free stuff! And we've got a great prize pack for you. While on Prince Edward Island, we stayed at the sweet Potter's House in New London, which is right next door to lovely Village Pottery, and we've got 2 of their beautiful mugs for you. Plus, from our good friends at the Full Steam Coffee Company in Shuttabuckto, Nova Scotia, comes a bag of their certified organic, fair trade, Perfect Storm dark roast blend. It's intense, full-bodied. Perfect Storm will ride you through the waves of whatever storms blow your way. Oh, I love coffee, and I love that Mike Biggar signed an advance copy of his CD just for you. And all you have to do to win it is tell us, from which province does Mike Biggar hail? Once you know it, hit the website, it's www.cnbscene.com, hit the TV free stuff button, and submit your answer. Good luck to ya, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to CNBC. We're here at the 2013 Cavendish Beach Music Festival on a glorious summer day. The place is packed with country music fans, some pretty stylish ones at that. Yes, there were some folks who gave way to the heat and threw off their shirts and put on sandals. Some even lost their customary lids. But we want to salute the tried and the true, those who, despite the 40 with the humidex temperatures, put on their cowboy boots and hats and did us proud. He's some handsome.
First of all, I love this lady, but I love that. Okay, get this now. She's born in Nova Scotia. She lives in Nashville, and we had to come all the way to Prince Edward Island to catch up to you. Ladies and gentlemen, RyLee Madison. How are you?
I'm great. We've been trying to catch up a long time.
But you're always busy.
This girl's so busy.
Well, I don't know about that. But, But now you have so much on the go. What's going on now with you?
Well, nothing.
Come on. See, that's not true. There's something going on. You're here performing, first of all.
I am. I got to do the front porch stage this year, and we're doing the VIP tent as well tonight.
And you're writing and
doing a ton of writing in Nashville and recording. We just won Country Recording of the Year with the ECMAs this year.
Look at that smiling face. And that's awesome. And now,
Yeah,
but also
lots of
when you're
writing.
in Nashville, your husband's a player as
Yes,
well, right?
my husband is a bass player, not to be confused with a player.
Right. That didn't come out right at all. What kind of show are we doing here in Prince Edward Island?
Speaking of shows, look who else is here today.
Ladies and gentlemen, superstar Jimmie Inch. How are you?
How are you doing? Funny seeing you here.
I know, right? We're like station buddies.
I feel like we should do one question each. You ask me a question, I'll ask you.
Really?
Yeah.
Nobody ever asks the questions on my. Listen, Jimmie Inch, there's oceans of people behind us, and this is just a smidge, right, of who's going to be here for tonight.
Well, honestly, you can't. This doesn't even do it justice. The people you see behind us, it is going to be absolutely bizarre tonight. Well, last night.
Yeah.
So it honestly, and it's got such a great vibe. It's safe, it's fun, and the music's awesome.
Let's talk about it. You talk about the music.
Yep.
East Coast, a ton represented. We see the main stage here. A lot of the big Nashville country acts come up, but there's awesome East Coast talent here.
Well, and that's what we were saying. We've been there's 3 stages here. They have the main stage and they have 2 other stages. One is the front porch stage, as you know, and the kitchen stage. So for those who don't know, if you've never been here, the front porch stage and the kitchen stage are for like a lot of up and coming and emerging artists. So while there are some East Coast people, like Mike Biggar was playing the main stage, we have lots of up-and-coming East Coast acts on the other 2 stages, like Michaela Lynn's here, Gordy McKeeman and his Rhythm Boys, and so much talent here from the East that they're featuring, which is great because it gives them a chance to be on the same bill as Michelle Wright, Dixie Chicks, and other people like that.
I know, can you imagine? And it's just such a great energy. Now, I want to call in somebody that you work with very closely, your camera guy. Ian! Come on in here. Come on in. Ladies and gentlemen, Ian.
How's it going?
How are you? What's it like to work with Jimmie Inch? And be honest.
It's very humbling. Oh, it's great. I mean,
Yeah.
to get a chance to work with my birth father,
I know.
great.
Well, I don't think you may be the only father and son camera team on the East Coast, maybe across Canada. What do you know?
Well,
about
that was our whole thing. We said, look, we don't even have to be good at this. We just have to have a gimmick. So we said, let's be a father-son camera team. And here we are.
And you do a fantastic job on his hair and makeup, Ian.
Oh, yeah.
Is that at your jurisdiction or no?
It was up until I screwed up a couple times and let some slip.
There you go. All right, now we want to talk about this because you're here covering it, we're here covering it, but when is your show going to be on, Jimmie?
Our show for this, we're going to be airing some of it on, so in a week and a half you'll see it on Sessions, and we're going to be doing a feature of just the music from Cavendish Beach, which will air within the next 2 weeks.
Nice.
What about you guys?
I don't know.
You have a quicker deadline than I do, I think, for this one.
Barkeep, another round!
If you'd like to watch this show again or see any other episode of C&B Scene, head to www.bellalliant.net. They're all there on demand. And be sure to head to our website. It's www.cnbscene.com. We're celebrating 3 years online with an awesome contest. We partnered up with Delta Hotels, and you could be staying in style at any one of their Atlantic area properties. Hit the website for all the details.
That's going to do it for this edition of C&B Scene. Thanks for joining us. We're going to enjoy the Cavendish Beach Music Festival. Hope you can join us next year. See ya! Oh my God, bless your hearts. Thank you so much for making the time. It's so good to see you again. I'm so glad everything's going so well, and you're so happy. And you're getting married. You're too little to get married, both of you.
29.
Is that wrong?